All right, moving ahead now. Nigeria has been desirous of a credible voting system due to the irregularities recorded during elections, and for proponents of the electronic voting system and digitized electoral process, inclusion of these options could birth the desired dream in the conduct of elections.
They are also of the view that a digitized process would offer wider and inclusive coverage for those in the diaspora and essential services who may not be able to partake in the electoral process as is presently practiced. Even though some introductions like the voter registration process and smart card readers have greatly improved the process, making it easier, faster and more transparent, achieving total digitization of Nigeria's electoral system still seems like a tall order. Some impediments have been responsible. Major among these barriers is the required amendment to the Constitution to accommodate proposed changes to the electoral laws. Well, lead consultant to digital voting system, Emmanuel Anah, joins me now from our Abuja studio. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right. When we talk about e-voting, a lot of Nigerians have raised concerns that perhaps Nigeria is not ready for this. What do you make of this? Is Nigeria prepared to do this?
Thank you very much. You see, the mindset of Nigerians need to change, you know, and that is why we have started going to the Nigerian universities to conduct the student union government elections electronically for them, because we need to assure Nigerians that this is possible and it is the right thing to do right now, that we have no other option of bringing credible and sound-minded individuals to pilot the affairs of our country. So I would say that it's still some politicians that has no good intention for Nigeria are the ones peddling this kind of speculations that we are not ready for this form of exercise. But on the other side, it is actually the best thing that could happen to any country, any nation right now.
As much as it is the best thing that can happen to any nation, there are a lot of concerns have been raised, especially with election hacking. We see what is going on in the U.S., where there are accusations even on President Trump that he allowed Russia, you know, tamper with the election, and that is why he has been impeached. The structure to ensure that such things do not happen, even if we are to go on this path, do we have that?
Yes, you see, we are bound to improve on everything that happens around us every day. We put all these facts together, all these, you know, physical realities together, and improved on them. The process that is on ground now that we are trying to introduce to Nigeria, if accepted, for my company I'm speaking of now, is safe and secure. We improved on that of the crisis in the US. We saw it, we brought it, we digested, we analyzed what could have gone wrong and why it went wrong. You know, it's a known fact that politicians all over the world will always try to influence elections, especially the incumbent, you know, but I assure you, and I assure Nigerians, that these things are put into consideration, have been improved upon.
Talk to us about this template that you have come up with that could make our electoral process as transparent and credible.
Okay, now, take for instance, since 1964, the first election in Nigeria, Nigerians in diaspora has never participated in any election, despite the fact that they have huge investment back here in their country, their home country. Now, we built a solution with two tech giant companies. We are harmonizing our bank verification numbers with the available individual data to be able to make the exercise credible. Now, this is what it is. The process, it can be, you can vote from anywhere in the world. securely, and now we can have more Nigerians exercise their franchise right, you know. And the firewall is the upgraded version of the CIA firewall. So yes, we anticipated people could try to hack into it, so we built a strong firewall, a very strong firewall that costs a lot of money, you know, and we are ready to put it to test anytime that we are given the opportunity, because we are about serving the people, to change the status quo of Nigerian electoral process.
But you know that humans, whichever way, are still going to handle these things. So how are you going to ensure that it is not, it is as transparent as it should be, and that it is not hacked at the end of the day?
Well, okay, number one, we dedicated the security aspect to our foreign partners to manage. Then the interesting thing about this solution is that it is automated. Once it is set in motion, it cannot be reversed or being tampered with by anybody. It is automated. It is serviced. When the process begins, it's sealed through to the end. We anticipated all this, like I told you, so we improved on mistakes that have been made in the past.
All right, Emmanuel Anah, we have to leave it at this point. Thank you for your time on TVC Breakfast.
Now we have lead consultant, digital voting system, Emmanuel Anah, joining us now from our Abuja studio. Emmanuel, good morning. It's good to have you join us right now. Now, a lot of people have said that, or are asking whether a digitized voting system is solution to electoral irregularities.
Hello, good morning. Yes, it is definitely the most sorted solution, because what we have at hand now cannot be manipulated. I mean, not in another 100 years, I guess, because we consulted with so many tech giants and, you know, improved on so many mistakes that have been made in the past. Right now, what we have that can be doctored, can clearly be doctored by individuals. So as such, politicians with deep pockets easily sway electoral officers and, you know, compromise, they get compromised, and our election and our vote, you know, don't count. But in this case, it is automated electronically. When once it is put in motion, it cannot be stopped, and it can be monitored real time. You know, so yes, I believe, and like so many other Nigerians too, that this is the much needed solution we need in our electoral process in Nigeria today.
All right. We spoke to the INEC chairman some time ago, and he said that INEC is ready for all of these changes, for all of this innovation, and they have a template, but are only waiting for that legal framework to give it the power and the move, you know, to implement all of these things. But take it back down to Nigerians themselves, where in some places until now, that there is no internet system, even until now in some parts of Nigeria. How would all Nigerians be included, or how would there be an inclusive process where Nigerians get into that realm of electronic voting?
Okay, thank you very much. What we have does not necessarily require internet for the voters. If you have any phone at all, and you have a bank account, which means you have a BVN, then you are qualified to vote. It is that simple. We create codes for each candidate, from state House of Assembly members to governors to senatorial candidates down to the presidency. So the system is built to automatically receive cast votes once from a particular encoded BVN numbers, phone BVN numbers. So if you have this BVN number, the number that is connected to your BVN is your license to vote. And you can only cast your vote once for a particular candidate, irrespective of the party. Okay. So if we can do this, we will see that we will record an immense, credible amount of Nigerians. I mean, the large amount of Nigerians are going to participate in the next election. Unlike the low turnout of elections in each election year, and we see that the numbers keep going down.
All right.
In 2019, we found out it was a little above 30 million Nigerians that voted, that casted vote. Nigerians in diaspora has never been given the opportunity to exercise their franchise right in this country. All this could be, put to rest with what we have at hand right now.
All right. I guess we'll have time to talk about this more as we get along. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Anah, for joining us on TVC Breakfast.